Our Cowboys are still the NFC favorites with the Trevon Diggs loss. I mean, you kind of
Okay, let's
gotta stick with them, but
start it off. You started on.
um, I don't have them as the favorites anyway. But man, this loss hurts. The biggest part of the Dallas defense is being able to just rush four and lean on Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs to just sit on islands with wide receivers. You know, they
No,
get
it's not. It's actually a coming to bond rushing more than four because you had a Diggs and a Stephon Gilmore in the back. Like they were blitzing. They
yeah,
blitzed
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. The opposite of the Niners. Sorry, yeah, the opposite of the Niners. The Niners are the ones because they have a good defensive line. They blitz four and then they just hold everybody back. You could send more with the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, yeah. You know, you're right. You're right. I got that confused. So because of that, it's a little different now. It's going to be a little different now. Their defense is still going to be good because it's still very similar to last year because they still have a lockdown corner. It's not like they don't have one now. They just lost one. They had two. They had two in Stephon because Stephon Gilmore's been having a really good season as well. It looks like he's not prime Stephon Gilmore, but he's been playing very good football. So he's gonna take that. He's gonna take the Trayvon Diggs role, and I think he's gonna perform well. But man, like I don't know. I don't know what to think about these Dallas Cowboys now because I just think they're still gonna be very good. Like they're still gonna be very good. That's not like season defining because of how good their defense is. Um, but man, it's gonna look very right. It's gonna look a lot like the same as last year. Like they're gonna have good games, but there's gonna be sometimes they're gonna get beat over the top a little bit more now. They just are. They're just gonna get beat. They're just gonna get beat a little more. Micah Parsons is gonna have a Defensive Player of the Year season for them to get to the Super Bowl now. They were right on par with the Niners to me, but now they're a bit under the radar. They might and they still got to worry about winning the division as well. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a big loss. I might think of something else while you're talking, but like in my eyes right now, it's like it's just like to me it's just like last year. It's to me their defense is gonna be the same as last year. No better, no worse.
I'll next man up. I say next man up.
Who is their next man up? Do you know?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Dan Quinn scheming it up is huge for this team. We gotta understand that Dan Quinn is one of the best defensive coordinators in the National Football League. He's probably top three. There's probably only two DCs you can name better than Dan Quinn. So we
He
got to
turned.
remember that. Like
I agree. He brought the Falcons to the Super Bowl.
everybody's panicking and had their defense looking really good
Yeah, they were. They were.
with with what about two or three like key guys, but he
Now that
had
if
everybody.
you think about it though, who those players turned into, it looked like they were gonna have two, three key guys for a while, like Deion Jones and Keanu Neal. They turned out to be nobodies. So
Exact.
it's
This is my
Grady
point.
Jarrett, and that was it.
This is my
Literally, that
point.
was it.
With that team, with this Dallas team, he has truly turned Joes into formidable players, like legitimate formidable defensive guys on this in this defense. And the way he schemes it up, the way he draws it up, the way he plans it out, when he, team by team, week by week, I have no doubt that he's still going to be able to coach his butt off on that end. So let's understand that. Let's understand that we're still going to see great plays being made by the Dallas Cowboys defense because they have one of the best defensive coordinators on their side. Cool. We understand that. Now we just talk about how the ceiling of the defense now. What's the actual ceiling say because of this loss? I say, and that brought me to my point of next man up because I heard somebody once say, everybody want to be the man until it's time to perform. The dude sitting behind Trevon Diggs only getting 5, 10 snaps a game because Trevon Diggs is ahead of them. I'm sure in their mind, in
I
their
think
head,
maybe less. I don't think he's ever stepped. Trayvon Diggs, I think, plays 100% of the snaps.
probably does because he just got that big contract. So they like,
Yeah.
shoot, you out there. So the dude that's behind Diggs, I know in your mind,
Waiting for his
you like,
time.
man, I'm like, I'm the man. I'm everybody wanna be the man until it's time to go out there. And we gonna see if you was behind Diggs, actually staying ready, staying prepared, because Dan Quinn is gonna coach you up. He's gonna put you in the right spots to make the plays when the ball gets, because they're gonna test you, whoever you are. They're going to test you. I think Dan Quinn is going to proceed as normal, meaning still keep his blitz packages, still be a heavy blitzing team, still try to get to the quarterback. He's going to still try to be an aggressive defense, and that's going to force teams to try that new guy, whoever he is. They're gonna try you, dog. And guess what? Dan Quinn is going to have you in the right spot to make the plays or not make the plays. What you going to do? And I feel like he going to answer the call. Whoever you are, I don't even know who Trayvon Diggs' backup is. I feel as though keep Stephon Gilmore in his role, like on that side of the field that he was on with the twos, with the wide receiver twos, because that is where he's most effective. He is most effective. Seriously, Stephon Gilmore, in the only 2 games that we've seen him play, he's playing like an all pro. He's playing like a top 5 cornerback in the National Football League right now. The last couple, 2, 3 years, we couldn't say that about Stephon Gilmore. This year, he is playing like a top dog right
Yeah,
now.
he is.
I think you keep him in his role. He's keep him there. He's wilding. Don't enhance that because that enhanced role, that number 1 corner role, is the reason for the slippage. Is the reason why last 2 seasons he wasn't all that. Keep him in his role, guard number twos, and just put a little more attention to those number ones that you're gonna have to deal with, and see if the dude that was behind Diggs is ready. Is shoot. Let's see. Let's see.
Are they
That's it.
still at? Are you? Do you still think they're NFC favorites?
Um,
And that doesn't have to change your pick. If you could pick an underdog, you know, are they the favorites though? The
I
fact
mean,
that
my
we
thing,
have to think about this, that's what makes that loss so tough. It's like, damn, they were so good. Man,
yeah,
that loss, that's rough. That's rough.
I'm gonna keep the Dallas Mavericks,
Oh
the
no.
Dallas Cowboys, and I'm gonna keep the Dallas Cowboys in their position as the favorite in the NFC. These first two games, they deserve to be the favorite from what we've seen of them these first 2 games. Albeit the 49ers also looked really good, but the Cowboys just looked a little bit more impressive just by the way in which they are going about dominating these teams. So I'm going to keep them as a favorite, yes.
Huge matchup in 2 weeks. You saw it on the schedule, right?
Who is it?
Dallas is going into San Francisco on Sunday Night Football, Week 5.
That's fun.
That's a lot of fun. They're both about to be 4-0. The Niners on the schedule have Arizona next week. Dallas has Arizona this week. Pray for Arizona. Dallas and San Francisco back to back, and then Dallas has who does Dallas have next week? It's an easy team, so both teams should be 4-0. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I didn't have the Dallas Cowboys as favorites anyway, so I'm not gonna say they are the favorites. To me now, it's are they the favorites in the NFC East? That's what. That's the mindset that I'm having, and I would still say they are. I think they're a little bit better than the Eagles. I don't something about the Eagles this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a new offense coordinator. Something just doesn't feel right with them early in the season. Maybe they'll change my mind over the next couple of weeks, but I didn't think they were that impressive against Minnesota. So so I still got Dallas as the favorites in the NFC East.